Okay. Nick, what would you recommend learning first, 9 and 10 game or SNLs, and how would you go about learning your choice?
Um, okay, we'll just so as usual, I'll be talking to listen. Okay, so the thing with learning SNL, there's a great pieces to learn from each one that are very important, but they can both create bad habits for the other. What do you think I mean by that?
Um, I mean, like, are we? I don't know. I'm kind of confused by the question, but I guess like, are we assuming that 9 and 10 game isn't going to be like just like in general, like a slower burn sort of game?
Yeah, because just purely because I understand in Hollywood and maybe Miami, maybe New York, maybe Vegas that really getting really good at same out late game could still include nines and tens a lot. And I mean, even with this question in any city, with nines and tens could happen sometime. But it's the reason I say that it's not. I'm excluding it. I'm excluding its consistency. I'm
Okay.
not excluding the fact that you could get nines or tens. I'm excluding the fact that it will be consistent. It's not.
Okay. So we're talking about like there's a limited supply of 9 and 10s available in this given location.
Okay, but think about it like this: like being in Vegas, I know with my caliber, of game, I could go into Spearmint Rhino and pull a nine or a ten probably every other night. But that's not a quality chick. It's still a broken, shattered, psychotic stripper who just happens to be really hot.
Sounds like a winner to me.
21, it is. Yeah, I'm not knocking them. Trust me, I enjoy the train wreck. I love it. Okay, but I'm just saying, does that make sense though? As to where like
Yeah.
fucking really sexy girl who was on the cover of fucking Playboy and is on TV and is a fucking badass chick.
Uh,
You're not gonna you're not gonna consistently walk into a bar and pull out there and go bang her. It ain't gonna happen.
yeah, for sure.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So that's the question. So let's separate those two.
Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying.
And but you can go to Vegas and pull a ton of girls on vacation that are really hot and they're just in Vegas to have a good time and they're more than happy if a cool guy that had his shit together could make it feel good, they'd go home with him.
Uh huh.
So that I'm not excluding nines and tens. I know what he's saying. He's like, if he was like, look, here's the question. Okay, I'm not really into same night lays. I just want to date really hot quality women.
Uh,
Versus the guy that's like, I want same night lays. I'm not looking for a quality girl. I don't give a shit.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I could like if you put a gun to my head and said, could you go get laid every night? I could be like, yeah, I could, but it wouldn't be a fucking. It might be a Snorlax some of the time. And I don't want that. Like at my level, I'm like, I don't want that. I would rather go on a date than at 21. I'd have been like, yeah, well, anything. If it's alive, I will fucking go after it. But now I'm like, the older I get, the more I'm like, I don't want to fucking give a Snorlax type girl 4 hours, 5 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours of my fucking time. I don't want her in my bed. I don't want her to sleep over. I don't want her to fucking wake up in my house and be able to get her cab and it's just exhausting.
If there's one theme to this call, it's that Nick is really, really old.
I'm getting old and grumpy.
He's so old.
I'm not hanging out with any girl. I need my sleep. I need to take my back pill and go to bed. Yeah, no shit. Okay, so, but that being said, we've got same night late game, which is as we let's guys. I know that you guys can argue about it all day and this and that and the other, but let's have this discussion right here based on the boundaries we've created for this call. All right. So I'm saying we said what a same night late type of situation is versus what I'm considering 10 game being. That consistent 10 game, consistent same night late. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, so why do you think I said, Jake? Why do you think I said that both of them, either one of them, could individually be good, but they will individually cause bad habits in the other realm? What do I mean by that?
Okay.
What do you think the general strategy mindset is for same night lay?
I mean, for same night lay, it's kind of
Broad strokes here.
okay. Same night lay, it's kind of like you don't. I guess for same night lay, it's not kind of like the deeper meaning behind the interactions isn't as relevant. I mean, there's a lot less comfort building and real connectivity. I don't think you have to have your life together as much. I think for like 9 and 10 game, like now you're playing like you're like you really have to put like
hold on, back up, keep going. Keep going on same night lays. That was all good.
okay.
That's
Night lays.
there's general. That's a theme. Oh, now give me the strategy. Like
Okay.
broad strokes.
It's kind of like a blow me out sort of like mentality.
Which means what?
Uh, I'm gonna make this I'm gonna make this go down tonight. I don't want a fucking phone number.
And when you have that mindset in mind, what kind of things do you do that you would normally not do?
You escalate quicker. You don't bother with a whole bunch of like deep comfort kind of stuff.
Yep. What is you sexualize a lot harder?
Yeah, like I'm physically escalating quicker. I'm like sexualizing the conversation more. Yeah, there's a greater emphasis on kind of like state-based attraction, and kind of just like quickly escalating logistically.
Okay.
That would be the focus of it.
Good. Okay, now you walk in somewhere and you're talking to this girl and you find out her ex-boyfriend was Derek Jeter. They almost got engaged. She dumped him because he cheated on her or something. She's been on the cover of several magazines. She has an amazing career. Are you going to run your game just like that?
Not if I realize I might want to keep this girl around.
Okay, this girl's a bad chick, and you're like, wow, I would like to take her on a date. I'd like to see her again.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean it's impossible to have a same night lay with her? Not necessarily. There's a bunch of cleat chaser bitches that are just whores. That's not a lot of girls that say I dated Derek Jeter means he banged her one time in the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not my point. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about a girl where you're like, no, I can tell, like you're the shit. Like you're not a fucking sleaze bag. Like you know your worth. Okay.
Okay. Like man, when like I would be concerned about getting like too much into my head. Like I mean, I would be like for me like I would feel like and you know I'm still developing my game. So like if this is incorrect, it's incorrect. But for me, I would be like I'd be running the same sort of game, but I'd be more willing to calibrate in the event that she does like put the brakes on anything.
There you go. Good. Very good. It's not that it's drastically different. A lot of guys have this thing in their head that it's like, oh, I need this completely different repertoire. But it is and it isn't. It's a lot of the same features with a little bit different emphasis on one thing or the other, right?
Right.
But imagine going out for a year and doing nothing but fucking same night lay game. You push the boundaries. You go over the pool. You say wild, crazy ass shit. You're putting risks on the conversation everywhere you can. You're screening girls, moving this girl drove. She's 45 minutes away. Next, this girl did this. Next,
right. Yeah.
Oh, she didn't laugh at my jokes. Next, I tried to go for the makeout. She pulled away. Next. And you're basically just filtering out the room until you find a girl that you have really good synergy with, and you pull.
Yeah.
You actually lose a lot more girls on the way. Not always. I mean, I'm telling you, I've walked in a bunch of rooms and pulled really. That's not consistent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I teach, I like to teach what happens most of the time, not what happens these random things. So yeah, I get it. There's a bunch of stories where guys walked in and did this in 5 minutes and that in 5 minutes and 2 and I get that, but they don't do that every fucking night. I hang out with these guys and I've seen it. All right. Okay, so if you want consistency, then stand up late game is more about filtering a lot of girls out, taking a lot more risks, being okay with losing girls, not giving a shit about losing girls because your mindset is there is no tomorrow. So I don't give a fuck if she's not down. I don't take phone numbers. So see ya. All right.
Right.